How's it going, boys and girls? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Phantom Trigger Volume 5. In the last episode, nothing really happened. I really don't even know how to recap the previous episode. Pretty much the last chapter. There's two chapters that were covered, the second and third, I assume. And the third, basically the last chapter we covered, nothing happened. There was something about, training for Taiga, and that was pretty much it. I couldn't even commentate on any of it. So far, this volume is not looking that great, but besides the point, it's been a while since I've read some comments aloud, and boy oh boy do I hope to edit them in, but a long-time viewer, and I want to say a long-time viewer, but I've seen his comments pop up for a while, Gaming Pessimist, he commented on the first and second videos of this playthrough. On the first episode, he commented, well, it's only the first episode, and they've already added a new character and had a 20-minute discussion about food. The writers of Phantom Trigger never learn, it seems. And in the second episode, the previous one, he said, throughout all the volumes of Phantom Trigger, they still have a bad habit of getting really in-depth and technical during certain scenes. Anything regarding food, gun talk, or training. I get what they're trying to do, but when a visual novel spends several minutes giving you a step-by-step instruction on how to run and shoot anime style, it really just drags on, and doesn't feel necessary at all. It just feels like something you have to slog your way through. Now, I know what you guys are saying. His username actually fits with everything he's saying, but no, it definitely makes sense. It's a fair argument with everything we've seen so far. That's why I just can't really give too much of a recap, because nothing really has been happening. But all that aside, I guess let's get into it, and hopefully something happens here in this episode. You don't need to know how phones work in order to make a call. The same principle holds true for many conveniences in life. There is no need to understand everything. So you have to draw a line somewhere. How much do you need to know about any given topic, really? While some people are capable of this, others never seem to know when to stop. They are eternally dissatisfied with what knowledge they have. Some might go as far as to disassemble a phone just to see how it works. Shishigaya Toka, I don't know if I said that right, is one of those people. She can't stand it when people dislike her, so she tries to figure out exactly what it would take to make them do so, often angering them on purpose in the process. If that ruins a relationship, it just proves how little it was worth in the first place, or so she claims rather awkwardly. There is no way of knowing just how strong something is until you push it to its breaking point. Inohara Maki can be just as clumsy. She doesn't realize she's at her limit until she's seriously injured. Before that point, she simply doesn't know and moreover doesn't want to. Down goes Fraser. Yikes. Alright. That can get pretty nasty when people refuse to learn their lesson, you know.
言ったろ。私あんま頭が良くねえ。バカは天才の何倍も努力しなきゃ勝てねえんだよ。でも逆にいや、何倍も努力すりゃ必ず勝てんだよ。私はこれまでもずっとそうやって生き残ってきたんだ。絶対諦めねえぞ。
I admit your determination is a talent in and of itself. But you have to start thinking about why you can't win.
うっせえよ。こっちとらお勉強してる暇があったら現場に殴られに行けって言われて育ってきてんだ。そんな私を殴るのがあんたの仕事だろ。手加減なんかすんなよ。
It's true that people like you learn better through pain and through words. Alright. How many times do I have to explain this? You're relying too much on brute force. Not giving up after 1 or 2 losses is fine, but after 3 in a row, you really ought to pause a moment and think. Ha! Winners win, and losers lose for a reason. You can dominate the playground by being the strongest kid around, but that stops working after elementary school. If you keep trying to solve everything through sheer force, you'll never gain any other skills. If that's all you can do, you'll never be more than an ordinary thug.
殺し屋なんだからそれで十分だろが。
If anything, your being an assassin makes it worse. If your MO is the same as any goon off the street, why would anyone bother hiring you? Yeah. People will pay to hire out someone with skills they don't have. But what really excites us is seeing someone do something incredible while making it look like a breeze. I read that in a manga once.
ちくしょう、やっぱ天才ってやつはめんどくせえやつしかいねえな。
I'm not actually a genius. I'm just good at pretending to be one.
認識を改めたぞ。この世で一番厄介なのは天才じゃなくて天才のふりをする天才だな。くそ、私から喧嘩ふっかけておいて姉さんの言った通りになっちまった。みっともね。
Are you wondering why you can't win? It's confusing, right?
くそ、バカにしやがって。
It's just like I kept telling you while I was tossing you around. You rely on your strength too much. You're a lot stronger than I am, so instead of fighting you head on, I just finesse my way through.
Huh?
Imagine you're riding a bike that'll only go 150 kilometers an hour, and you're racing against one that goes 300 kilometers an hour. How can you win? Through technique and skill, right?
Oh.
Well, 300 kilometers an hour may be its top speed. It won't hit that immediately. So you just have to keep messing with it. Keep it from getting into a groove.
わからん。
How should I explain? For instance, think of the time you were riding your Hayabusa and racing Rena on our 9R. Though I suppose I shouldn't advise you to do something crazy like that.
それが分かってんならもっと単純に説明しろよ。
Yeah, I guess I'll have to take it from the top. Imagine you had that bike with a top speed of 300. If you modded it so it could go up to 500, even I wouldn't be able to stop you.
お、それだ。そういう単純な方が分かりやすい。
Well, it may sound simple, but getting a bike to go 300 is already pretty tough. If you want it to go up to 500, it'll cost you a lot of time and money.
気の長い話だとは思うけどよ。いつか必ず倒す。お前をこの私がこの手で。
Yeah, I'm sure that'll definitely happen. Huh? What's with the anastrophe? I thought it said atmosphere at first, but no, they're throwing in these crazy words.
は？なんだ統治法って。
Anastrophe? I feel like I've heard the word, but I've never seen it spelled out. What's with this game being as stupid as it is, but throwing out large words that a bonobo ape like me can't understand? At any rate, I'm glad you've got a goal now. Try me anytime.
かっこつけやがって。なあ、ハルト。あんたってよ、自分の周りにいる女は全員みんなあんたのこと好きだと思ってるだろ。
Yeah, life's a lot more fun that way. You're free to hate me if you want, but I'm free to see you the way I want to.
あのさ、今このタイミングでこういうこと言うとおかしな風に聞こえるかもしれねえけど、私はあんたのそういうバカっぽいところ結構嫌いじゃねえ。
Thanks.
そのありがとうはどういう意味だ。
I meant it. I'm grateful for your honesty.
その程度でお礼かよ。疲れないか？
I'm used to it, I guess. Don't you think it's more tiring to keep on refusing people's well-intended compliments?
それ私に言ってんのか？
Yeah. Doesn't it wear you out?
他人の善意や好意なんてものを簡単に信じるやつはバカだろ。その方が面倒で疲れる結果になるっつうの。
It's easy to act like an idiot when you're clever.
俺は天才のふりをしてるだけで天才じゃない。善人のふりをしてるだけで善人じゃないってか？あんたのそういうところは嫌いだぜ。
Yeah, I know.
猫に敬語で話しかけてた野郎が何を偉そうに。
I am.
姉さんに聞いたぜ。あんた神社で雨宿りしながら猫と敬語で話してたんだってな。
Oh yeah, that.
猫相手に何やってんだよ、情けねえ。
Bro, I'm talking to cats all the time. Actually, he was the one who approached me. I thought it might have been the spirit of somebody I killed in the past, reincarnated as a cat. So I gave him my sincerest apologies for killing him and asked how he'd been since then, and whether he'd become a better person. I figured, let bygones be bygones, you know?
姉さんに言ってたのとは違うこと言ってねえか
Really?
ああ、あんたあれか話す女に合わせてその場で器用に答えを変えんのか
That's right. Lying is pretty much stock in trade for a handler.
あんたのそういう女は遊び慣れてるみたいなところほんと嫌いだ
Yikes. I know. You don't need to tell me. By the way, what time is it?
3時45分です
Sir?
うっせえなおめえが急に時間聞くからだろついいつもの癖だようっかりだよお前のそういうとこほんと嫌い
Huh? All I did was ask for the time. That's not something to get mad about, is it?
うっせえ時計ぐらいしろよ
来たぞ、ハルト。
You're 10 whole minutes early. Your internal clock is 5 minutes faster than the old Imperial Japanese navies.
早すぎたか
Nope. I'm all done tossing around our big unfriendly giant.
私のことか
You're telling me you don't subsist on snozcumbers? What the hell is that?
誰だよ
Yeah, I don't... You should read more kids... What? Wait, no, hold on.
あれマスター、マキと二人だけ
Oh yes, Miss Nogami was originally scheduled to teach as well, but she couldn't make it because she's expecting a guest.
来客って誰
I don't know, and I don't want to know. If it was something I needed to hear about, somebody would have told me by now. I'm assuming it's irrelevant to us.
それがあんたの言う線引きってやつか
Yeah? Or here's one that guys say sometimes. Never sneak glances at the urinal next to yours. Sometimes it gives you a sense of triumph, and sometimes it leaves you feeling inadequate. But either way, it's still not the right thing to do.
何の話だ
I wish I knew. About something Maki has, but you don't.
私だってついてねえよんなもん
You don't strap one on during your days off?
つかんねえよっていうか取り外しできるようなものなのか
Why don't you ask your older sister about that?
あんた私のことバカにしてんだろ
なんか二人ともいつの間にか仲良くなってるよね。
なってねえよクソが
あ、マキどこ行くの
トイレだよ覗きに来んなよ
いや、行かないけどさ。
So, did you make any progress with Taiga's gun training? I really don't even know.
基本的なことは教えたつもりだけど、それ以上のことは戦い方のスタイルが決まってからかな。陛下はどうするの？クジラセと同じ衛星公平化を希望する。
She keeps insisting on that and won't listen to a thing I have to say. But after much deliberation, I've decided to establish a new division.
新兵種？
Yes, the Armored Combat Medics.
何それ？聞いたことない。
That's because I just invented it. In a nutshell, they'll be medics with shields.
だって
Take a look. Here, Taiga-sama. Could you try holding this in your left hand?
結構重いな。
And that should come as no surprise. It's strong enough to stop rifle bullets, and big enough to cover you completely when you're crouching.
ああ、そうか。だから銃は右手だけなんだ。
Indeed. And that way she can focus on shield fighting with her left hand.
縦格闘？
Like the term implies, yes. There are a variety of techniques for short-range combat using shields. They make for excellent blunt weapons, enough to be lethal if you use them right.
しかしこの重さでは振り回して使用するには多少難儀するな。
Yeah, especially for a fucking kid. You won't be swinging it around. You just shove it. You just use it to shove your enemies away. Sorry, I got my words twisted there.
突き飛ばす？
That's right. Rena, why don't you try it with her?
私？
This ought to be good. never mind. Listen, Taga-sama, your opponent is a great deal larger than yourself, but try to push her down with the shield by thrusting it in front of you. You can use both hands if you need to. Didn't mean to skip her line there. I think it's the Chinese word for steamed buns. Anyway, come on, Taiga, put your weight into it.
いや、そんな思わぬところで好敵手に出会ったものだみたいな顔されても、そんなんじゃ私は倒せないよ。これは鍛錬でどうにかなるものなのか？
Definitely. There are techniques for maneuvering something larger than yourself, but most people don't know the trick unless they're professional movers or something. When you push something with just your hands, you're only applying force to a small part of its surface, which isn't a very effective use of your strength. Ramming it with your entire body might give you better results, but in battle that's basically a suicide attack. What you need is leverage. And think in terms of fulcrum, load, and effort. Let's give it a try, and that would be the easiest way to explain. First, get a firm grip on the shield and face your opponent head-on. Estimate her height, weight, and center of gravity, then put your back into it and aim to knock her down in one blow. Imagine you're going to hit her in the face with your left hand while holding your shield. If that's not enough to topple her over, do it again, and again. And for her center of gravity, keeping the contact pressure of your shield in mind. When the opponent tries to strike back, that's your chance. Use the momentum of her charge and thrust your shield at her from below, like you're gonna scoop her up. Good, one more time. But it's actually a feint. Say it with me now. Gotcha. Shield fighting is like maintaining a relationship. It's give and take. Sometimes you have to pull back while your opponent is preparing for her next attack. Then, when you see she's starting to lose your balance, throw all your weight into your shield and push for all you're worth. And I just got a random ass text. When you've got your opponent on the ground, don't hesitate. Draw your gun with your right hand and shoot from behind your shield. Aim for her vitals using the laser sight. Don't lower your guard, she's still alive. Keep on shooting till she stops moving. Yeah, you know, the last time I checked, that's not how you spell dead. Fukumi Rena, made the ultimate sacrifice and has earned a posthumous promotion. Or whatever the fuck. I don't feel like correcting myself too many times tonight. And this concludes our shield fighting demonstration. Rena had held back for you this time, and it's not so easy in real combat. You'll need to put in a lot of practice to get the hang of it. Also, please don't forget that you are primarily a medic. You are not intended to be on the offensive. The main reason you're carrying that shield is not to fight, it's to protect yourself and your injured allies while you treat them. You have?
最近週に3回20キロの重りを背負って学校の周りを走ってるんだよ。
Jesus Christ. Isn't that a bit much for a kid your age?
最初は皆と同じように40キロ背負って走るつもりだったのだがな。さすがに自分の体重よりも重いものを運ぶのはダメだと止められた。
I'll bet. I would have stopped you soon enough anyway.
しかしな、衛生兵たるもの、負傷した味方を担いで野戦病院まで交代できるぐらいの体力は必要であろ
You can just drag them along the ground for now. And besides, you could always ask a healthy ally for help if you're struggling.
しかし付近に健常者がいなければどうする？いたとしても誰もが戦闘に手一杯で助力を期待できなければどうする？怪我をしても助けてくれる人間がいるからこそ兵は戦えるのだ。故に衛生兵とは一番タフでなければならぬ兵科なのだ。
I do see where you're coming from. But even so, why don't you focus on getting used to the weight of your shield first? And that shield weighs 5 kilos. I suggest you practice how to run with that before anything else.
たかが5キロではないか。
That's right. But do you have any idea how heavy those 5 kilograms can feel in combat? Imagine this. You went shopping and bought a 5-liter bottle of water at the supermarket, and now you have to carry it home. Your arms will be aching within 10 minutes.
人を運ぶ心配よりもまずは自分の装備で値を上げぬようにということだな。
Right. You won't be able to save anybody on the battlefield if you can't even keep yourself alive.
ふむ。やはり最後に物を言うのは基礎体力だな。体力があればおのずと気力も充実する。元気がなければ何もできない。
Exactly. Your journey to a stronger tomorrow starts today.
いやー、参った。まさか本当に倒されるとは思ってなかったよ。油断したな。
Weren't you holding back?
あ、いや、まあ確かに手加減はしてたけど、それでも倒されるつもりはなかったんだよね。
And that's just because being hit with a huge plank hurts more than being hit with someone's bare hands.
それとタイガの体が小さいってのもあるかな。的が小さいっていうか、ストライクゾーンが狭いっていうか、ものすごくやりにくいよ。
Modern martial arts operate on the assumption that 2 adults are fighting after all. But back in the Warring States period, they had special techniques for fighting children.
タイガを見てるとさ、なんだか自分にできることを必死に探してがむしゃらに走り回ってた昔の自分を思い出すんだよね。
Yes, that's just what Toka said. Whenever she sees Taiga getting surprised at something that's totally normal to Toka, it reminds her how pure and earnest she used to be.
ああ、そのせいかな。子供は嫌いだっていうくせに、トーカってば最近よくタイガに打ち合うのっていう基本を一生懸命に教えてるみたい。
That's a tough lesson for the young ones. Inexperienced kids always seem to think a gunfight involves 2 parties blindly shooting at each other, with some obstacles in between. But really, what we always try to do is prevent the situation from devolving that way by manipulating the conditions to our own advantage, so that we can take down the enemy before they even notice us.
敵の状況をこっそり知るためのタナトスさんだし、最悪打ち合いになってしまった時のための訓練ってことだよね。私も教えることがいっぱいあるよ。例えば狙うなとかね。レナはスピードシューターなのにダットは乗せないのってよく聞かれるけど、正直打ち合いになっちゃうとダットって邪魔なだけなんだよね。相手も銃を持って撃ち返してくる現場でとっさに想定外の体勢で照準したりすると、交点を見失って慌てたり、敵の姿がダットのリムの影に入っちゃって狙えなくなったりもするし、ぶっちゃけ狙ってる間に撃たれることの方が多いのが現場だし、訓練で狙い癖がついている子ほど被弾しやすいからね。狙わないで撃っても当たってほしいところに当てるための訓練だし、その命中率を少しでも上げるための専用銃ってことなんだけど、銃の性能を優先に考える子も多いしね。
Toka is firmly convinced that sniping relies entirely on rifle performance. Maybe that's why some of them are confused.
単純に射距離の差だね。スナイパーとハンドガンナーじゃ役目も上限も違うし、ハンドガンナーの方が機材に影響されにくいってだけだよ。
I wouldn't be able to explain that to Taiga-sama, since I don't use either rifles or handguns myself. So I'm glad you're here to do that.
こうやって子供の頃からその分野のスペシャリストに囲まれていいとこ取りの教育を受けて、このまま育つと化け物になるんじゃない？
I'd say start them young, but not in this sort of situation. That isn't necessarily a good thing, as history has taught us.
前例って？前にも誰かいたの？
Toka's kind of like that, right? Both her parents are former military, and she grew up surrounded by specialists in her father's PMC.
確かにトーカってああ見えて格闘も強いしナイフも使えるし専門職やってる割に万能なところもあるしね。
Yeah, the main reason Taiga-sama got her permit to go out in the field was because we have proof that people like her can be very useful.
それってあの年頃の子が現場に出た前例があるってこと？
Yes, it was me, Haruto. Aoi Haruto.
母さん、俺だよ俺。今すぐ100万円振り込んでくれよ。
That's a lame joke even for you, Rena.
そういえばマスターが私を買いに来た時ってもう現場で働いてたんだよね。
Yeah,
マスターって何歳から現場に出てたの？
before my first birthday, I guess. You heard that right. I was out on the battlefield when I wasn't even a year old.
0歳で現場って。
Don't try. It was kind of dumb.
自分をどうでもいいやつみたいな言い方しないでよ。そんなマスターを守ってる私がかわいそうだと思わない？
Right. Sorry.
いいんだよ。
Stop clinging to me.
狙いすぎて外したか。相手がしっかりと距離を取って有利なポジションを占有し続けるのなら、こちらは不利を承知で多少傷つこうとも正面から飛びつくしかない。うざがられるのが分かっていても飛びつかせてもらえるうちは何度でも飛びつきに行く。短期決戦が望めない戦況にあっては地味な攻撃の繰り返しもまた立派な戦術。相手がしょうがないなぁと諦めるまで続ける。とはいえ戦闘における戦術がどこまで恋愛に応用が効くかは当人次第か。まあこんなこと考えてるから恋愛のかっこ笑いって言われちゃうんだろうな。
What are you talking about?
レナちゃん可愛いなって話。
Mm-hmm.
少しは興味持って。
Well, alrighty. That was Armored Combat Medics. That chapter's all wrapped up. And it's 3:30.
はい、本日の補習は以上です。お疲れ様でした。
Took quite a few chapters just to see where Miss Arisaka was. If she was ever going to appear in this. I was thinking just a few minutes ago, I was like, where is she? Alright, that'll be it for this episode, I suppose. Thank you for watching. I guess now we're on That's How We Ninjas Roll, so maybe we'll actually get to see, you know, the character, or see a little bit more of the character that this volume is supposed to be about. But I heard that this volume doesn't really even focus too much on her, which, if that's the case, I'm going to be, yet again, very disappointed. But, whatever. Thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.